Good morning and happy Monday, everyone. So, I am not going to lie. Overall, I would say I had a really great weekend. And it was capped off with seeing people that I haven't seen in, gosh, a really long time. At least, bare minimum, 10 months. And as I was leaving, be fair warning, this is going to be my low. As I was leaving, I really was feeling sad, but surprisingly, I wasn't crying. I actually, it's that sort of sad you feel when, the emotion is there, but you don't need to cry over it. Because I had such a wonderful time that how could I be sad after it was over? I mean, I am sad that it's over, but not really sad, you know? You know what it is? It's the confidence that, yeah, it'll probably be a good long time before I see any of them again, the people I saw last night, but I know it won't be forever. I know this sounds cliche, but it's not goodbye, it's see you later. I know that's usually safe for funerals and such, but I think it applies here in a good way. It doesn't involve anyone passing on, hopefully. But it really was yesterday was a great day. This whole weekend was great. Full stop. It ended with seeing some of the best people I know at Elbow Room, and I can say I had the second best and best wings I've had in my entire life in the span of 3 days. I can't complain over that. But I guess I would say that my low is, yeah, I am sad that it's over. It's not going to be, I'm not going to, everyone is getting together on a Tuesday, but unfortunately I won't really be able to attend that. So, yeah. Let's see, what's my high? Actually, my high is that I got to see everyone I saw yesterday. It was awesome. And actually, I did several acts of kindness because I was coming back from the lake. And before I did a few things to help my parents around the cottage. Obviously, helping them watch my nephews. But also, I helped take some old furniture up to my dad's truck. It was really light wicker. Here's the thing about wicker furniture. For the most part, it is lightweight. But every now and again, you're going to get a piece of wicker furniture that is just really obnoxious to try and carry. Especially if, granted, I did this to myself. I was trying to carry 2 items, one in each hand. One item was obviously much smaller than the other, but the other one was pretty big. But I got it taken care of. Yeah, overall, I would say I'm feeling, this is the kind of weekend that I needed. Last week was pretty stressful as it was. It actually felt long. This week should be pretty normal. God willing. So I guess with that said, I guess we have, before I do the One Piece manga chapter, if you saw my short last night, then you know that the One Piece anime adapted that scene from the manga. Specifically, it's the scene where Bartholomew Kuma officially gives up his free will and humanity to become, a cyborg, the pacifista, the OG pacifista, technically. And I remember reading it in the manga. I remember doing that reaction to you guys, a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I was trying to hold back tears. Thankfully, since when they adapted the manga, I'm not on camera. So I can totally be in tears. I probably cried for about an hour. Because if you read the scene in the manga, when Kumi gets up, basically they do a scene with, his life flashes before his eyes. But it was just done so beautifully in the manga that I told myself, when this is animated, the entire world is going to be shedding tears. I mean, I can't really say the entire world is shedding tears, but I can tell you I was. I think it was done very beautifully. My heart aches. I mean, listen, I read the manga. I've known what's going to happen for a while now. But to actually see it be animated with, color and sound and voices. Listen, I know the anime, while it's gotten better, has been criticized for a lot of things. One thing that anime will always have over manga is, again, color, music, sound, voices that you can actually hear. I mean, yes, manga is a visual medium, but for the most part, unless you get a color copy of the manga, everything you read is in black and white. There are some things you can't even make out. Yeah. So, and funny enough, I actually saw that scene right before I went to see my friends last night, which, probably not as, well, you know what? I think that's probably why I wasn't feeling so sad when we all left. Because I cried earlier, there was no need to cry again. Maybe. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm more than happy to have myself a good cry whenever necessary, but if I don't feel it necessary, I won't do it. Simple as that. Okay, now what is simple is I have a One Piece manga chapter to read, so let's do that, shall we? So here we go. Okay, so without further ado, One Piece chapter 1154. Can't even die. I don't like the sound of this title. I mean, I don't hate the title itself, but I think I might know what it implies. Okay, so 63 years ago. Oh, that's when Big Mom killed Yorl. Okay, Okay, they talk about how Big Mom, at the age of 5, destroyed an entire giant village because of her hunger pains. And, oh, okay. See, when Big Mom killed Yorl, everyone thought that, a lot of One Piece fans okay, she killed one person, destroyed an entire village. That's bad. But after it happened, it was the same year Elbaf was afflicted by disaster after disaster. Fires, gales, cold snaps that affected crops, poor fishing hauls as a result of extreme weather, fertile land being brought to starvation. Okay. So, everyone thinks it's Big Mom, what Big Mom did is the reason why, but Astrid thinks that Loki did it all. Oh. Interestingly enough, I have a couple friends who I saw last night who are expecting children, obviously. And they already know that the most important interaction a baby can have is, being able to be with their mother and being held by their mother. And Estrid is refusing to do this for Loki. Yeah, that's totally not going to backfire later. If you can't tell, I'm not a fan of Estrid. Okay. Okay, so everyone's convinced that the reason why this is all happening is because of Loki. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, here we go. Harriet and Ida. Oh, gosh. Okay, so, for those of you who don't know or haven't been keeping up, Harriet and Loki are half-brothers. Even though Harridan is the older brother, because his mother Ida was an outsider, Harridan can't be recognized as the true heir to the throne. And someone is saying that to appease, the gods, because of all the famine and weather that's going on, Harridan must be sacrificed. That is messed up on so many levels. Oh, thank God, King Harold. Okay. Okay. Oh, cool. So it looks like when King Harold was away, he was forging bonds with nations. And now with Elbaf being, through famine and stuff like that, all those nations that, King Harold helped, form bonds with, they want to help Elbaf. That's cool. Harold is actually making his dream come true. He's actually uniting people. That's really cool. I mean, it is kind of funny how, human ships can only be so big. And giants are obviously much bigger than humans. So, oh, that's really cool. Like, Harold says, let us savor the food they've brought us. Let us be grateful for their aid. Yes. It's, to be given is good, but to humbly return thanks, that's equally as important. Okay, let's see. The world we've lived in is so much smaller than the real thing. I like that line. And when they in turn, let us savor the food they've brought us. Let us be grateful for, it says, hold on. Let us be grateful for their aid. And when they in turn need our help, let us give it freely. The world we've lived in is so much smaller than the real thing. I like that. Oh. Well, Astrid died. Thank God. Oh, you bitch. You're literally blaming everything that happened on your own son, Loki? Are you kidding me? It looks like King Harold finally gets to see Loki. Oh no. At just a few months old, Loki abandoned any hope for love. Oh no. Yeah, I'm now officially glad that Estrid is dead. And you should be too. Okay. Okay, diplomatic ties paid off. Okay, so it looks like, Loki was in the care of Estrid's Estrid's older brother, who is also the regent. Don't know what that is. Okay. Oh, looks like Ida opened up a bar. Oh, that's really cool. Fishermen, the shipwreck pirates, all comers are welcome here. That's really cool. Like, Harold is already trying to forge ties and bonds between nations of the world. And Ida, in her own way, opened up a bar that allows virtually anyone to come in. Kind of like the same thing. That's really cool. I like that. Okay, I like this. Okay. Oh, 56 years ago. Hey, 56, Gomu. If you don't know, 56 is Luffy's number because 5 and 6 can be read as Gomu. And Luffy's power was the Gomu Gomu no Mi. I go in more, but that'd be spoilers for those of you who don't already know. Oh, looks like Harold is at the Reverie. Okay. So, Harold was at the Reverie. He tried to get an audience, but they wouldn't let him do it. Partly because, I mean, let's be honest, giants at one point were the most dangerous creatures on planet Earth. There's actually on the planet. It's not planet Earth, but bear with me. Okay. Wait. There were giant shipwrights? They were captured and frozen? Wait a minute. Holy cow. I know what they're talking about here. Okay, this is a reference that's way back in like the early 2010s, but during the Punk Hazard arc, there's a scene where the Straw Hats are in a giant cave and there's just like frozen giants above them. I think those are the giant shipwrights. Okay, they call the Galila band. Galila. Oh my god! That's the name of the shipwrights of Water 7. Oh, dude, we're gonna be doing some backtracking at some point. I can feel it. Okay. But yes, long story short, because of what giants did in the past, the world kind of isn't ready to accept them yet. And that's fair. Okay, Loki is causing a lot of trouble. Esther's older brother is just as evil as she was. Okay. "48 years ago, Harold lit 8 branches in the roots of Elbaf. You find the country, creating giant trade between villages. Hardin getting discriminated because of the fact that, let's be real here, he's not the true heir to the throne. Loki causing more trouble. Okay. Aw. Well, this was alluded to in the past, but yeah, Loki was definitely abusive towards his older brother. And even though Hardin is older, since Loki has ancient giant blood, he's actually bigger. Which really isn't fair. Oh, but Gerd and Goldberger are there to comfort Hardin. Okay. Huh. So basically, all of this is Loki lashing out because he doesn't know how to feel love. And so he tried. Yep. I Can't Even Die. That's the name of the title. Where's the title of the chapter? Okay. Let's see, Loki's in the underworld. Holy cow. Holy oh my god. Ah! Folks, we've finally seen him. We finally see him. The most dangerous human being in the world of One Piece at this time in the series, Rox D. Zebek. We finally see his face, and he's the father of Blackbeard. He's Blackbeard's father. Ooh, that explains so much. Oh, dude. Oh, okay. What is Rox want now? Okay. Actually, this man whom Harold met at the river 8 years earlier, he killed Navy headquarters admiral and fled. Now the government has placed a heavy bounty on his head. Okay, 2 questions. Question 1, is this Elbaf land of the Giants? Question 2, is Harold here? Wow. Okay. Okay, and ooh, okay. So with him are Whitebeard, Shiki, and Buckingham Stussy. I think that's Stussy. It might be Stussy. We'll probably get more dialogue interaction in the next chapter. Yeah. So between the Giants, who were probably the original Galley Law Company, and come to think of it, probably the ones who originally made Pluton, and the actual reveal of Rox D. Zebek, this chapter might actually go down as the most hyped chapter of 2025. I think so. I think it just might. I can't think of anything that's happened. Well, maybe a few other things that happened, but just based on lore and world building alone, chapter 1154. This could be the chapter of the year. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, YouTube channel, on social media. As always, I'm very means video for you guys watching your video. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Monday. And remember, if you guys want to talk to me, we're here to let you know who's back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby. Can't believe we actually saw Rox D. Zebek. And he looks so cool.